Dude, we got a quick but important job here today. We got this 2002 Honda CR-V that is Miss Nicole's. I have had it in here yesterday, just kind of taking a look at what was going on with it. It is clicking and popping whenever you turn. And I took a look and both axles are completely blown out. So I've already pulled the one out of the driver's side. It's down here on my little mats, but you'll see it actually came out in pieces. It was completely separated already. So I'm going to show you how to do the passenger side. The driver's side is essentially the exact same, except instead of going through a carrier, it just goes right into the transaxle. So you just pop it out right from the transaxle, but it'll make sense whenever you look at it. This is a pretty straightforward, pretty simple job. So you're going to get it up in the air, get it supported, and get your tire off. Once we get there, we have the axle nut we need to remove. This is a 36 millimeter. It should be tamped into a groove like that. So we're gonna wanna hammer a little flathead in here and bend that up just a little bit. Then we will zip it off with our impact. All right, here we are. See, I tamped it up so that way it doesn't get bound up in the little crease whenever we zip it off. And we are ready to shoot that off with the impact. Also, now's a good time to note, I will put a link up here in the description for CV axles off of Amazon. I'm not happy with the brand. I typically only order Detroit axle, but the only ones I can find are A premium for this thing. So we are going to go with import directs from AutoZone or O'Reilly's. But if you are trying to save a buck and you want to take that gamble, put it in the comments. Let me know how they work out. I've never used that brand before. They're so cheap. I don't really trust them, but they could be good. I don't know. But I will have a link if you're trying to save money. If not, go to your local auto parts store, get them from there. That's what we're doing in this case. But let's get back into it. So I'm going to zip this nut off and then I'll show you what to do from there. All right, once we have our axle nut off, we're going to step over here and we're going to remove this brake line from the strut assembly, which is a 12 millimeter bolt. If you use a ratchet, the bracket it mounts to tends to want to flex. So I'm actually going to shoot it with an impact to get that bolt out. But we want to make sure we do that because we're going to flip this entire spindle forward off of the strut assembly, and we need this brake line to ride with it and not get caught up right there. So I just take an impact and come in from the back side. Just like that. Well, there you have it. So now this line is free. Now all we have left to do is I like to push on the spindle to make sure it's nice and loose, which you see how it slid. That's good. We're going to take off. This is a 19 millimeter on this side and a 22 millimeter nut. So I'm going to shoot the 19 with an impact, hold this with a wrench. We'll take these two bolts out. This whole spindle can fold forward and we can fish the axle out of it. So right there, I'm just holding pressure on the spindle while I slowly pull that bolt out. So now, with that spindle released, there's plenty of play to pull this CV axle out of here. You just kind of gotta weeble wobble it to get it out, just like that. You'll see this one is blown in half right here. Yeah. So we are almost there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna raise it up to try and get you a little bit better view of what we do on this other side over here. Okay, so on the passenger side, the axle actually comes over to what's called a carrier, which is this tube, which I'll circle on the screen now. So the part where it's gonna separate is right here on this bearing housing. On the driver's side, it goes all the way in to the differential itself. So this tube is the only difference here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop this out, and then whenever you have it out, you're gonna wanna inspect the bearing and the seal on the inside here. Make sure that those don't need to be replaced. But yeah, for right now, we're gonna get this out. So I like to take a little pry bar, I'll put it up under here, and we'll just give it a pop. Just like that. And that should pop her out of there. It may take me 2 hands, so let's see what we got. Stupid. Get the slide hammer out. Just Ow.
One eternity later.
All right, folks, sometimes these axles like to be a real pain in the rear. So what we're gonna do now is I'm actually just gonna pull that entire housing. So we have a 12 mil. You can see where my ratchet is right there. Right here, we have one up here on top of it and one back here on the back side that we'll have to get to. We'll pull all 3 of those off, and that'll pull this like dust or heat shield off. And then we can unbolt the housing on this end and pull this all out as an assembly. So again, that is a bolt here, 12 mil, one up there on top, and then one closer to the differential on the very top. All right, with the 312s out, the dust shield comes right off of there, so now we're a little more exposed. The hardest part about this is gonna be this. It looks to be a 15 millimeter. I'm hoping maybe I can slide a ratchet wrench in from this angle and get that thing out. If we can get that out, we're home free on removing the entire assembly. So let's try and do that. All right, a 3-inch extension and a long 14 millimeter. Was able to get all three of them out. So now the goal is to pull this entire assembly out and separate it up at the transfer case, just like the driver's side does. See how there's no axle there? Yeah. So let's see if we can slide this puppy out of there. I may have it too high, but I'm hoping all the banging and beating and pulling we've done is already, oh yeah, already made it loose. There you go. All right, let's take this piece of junk to the vise and see if we can get it apart. All right, we got our new carrier bearing. So I couldn't torch the other one because it would damage the bearing itself with that heat. So we're just replacing it. It's too stuck, but now it'll be easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we're gonna slide it right back into that same hole. We're gonna grease the threads and get it engaged down here into the differential / transmission, and then get our 3 bolts back in and tighten it up. And then I will pick up when we stab the axle, but we're on the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here it is, nice new carrier in. Everything is tightened down. I will put a image up at the end of the video here whenever we finish up with the axle, showing the torque specs to the spindle nuts and bolt, those carrier bolts, and the axle nuts themselves, just so you can have it all in one reference point. But we are tightened and good to go there. So now I'm gonna lower down and we can finally stab this axle and get on the home stretch. All right, so we are ready to stab this bad boy. This is the end that comes through the spindle, and this end, the other side, has the circlip and the spline section that comes into this. I've already greased that. I've greased the end of this spline that goes into the spindle. I scrubbed the inside of the spindle with some red Scotch-Brite and hit it with some brake cleaner. And now we are ready to put it all together. So I'll show you a quick little trick here. Let me move this flashlight so it's not in your way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly put this in there and we're gonna rotate it until it engages the splines and slide it in. Then we're gonna compress this and keep it as straight as we can and whop the end with a rubber mallet, and that should pop it past that circlip and get everything engaged. There it goes. Okay, cool. Did I engage all the way? I may have actually just engaged all the way. Let's take a gander. Ow. Yeah, it slid all the way down and sealed, so we are all the way in. Come on, we didn't even have to wipe it. When you got all new parts, it kind of tends to go a little easier. So now, all we need to do is push this axle over, get it split, just like so. And then when you're putting the spindle back up, oh God, I like to keep a bolt in my hand. You're gonna lift up the bottom of the hub here and then press in on the top, just like that. And then get that one in, and voila, now we just torque these to spec, put our little 12 millimeter back on back here, hold that brake line, and we are ready to torque down our new axle nut. All right, here we are. Final step, we're gonna torque this axle nut here. So I got the torque wrench out. As you just saw, this is 181 foot-pounds, or like, I already forgot, like 285 newton meters or whatever. But yeah, 181 foot-pounds. So there's two ways you can do this. It's a 36 millimeter still. So you come over here, you start hand tightening it down, it's gonna wanna rotate the entire assembly once it starts to get tight. So if you have an assistant, you can have them sit in the vehicle and hold the brakes. The brakes are typically enough friction to hold it. If you don't have an assistant like me, I'm gonna grab my pry bar and stick it between two studs and use two hands to do this. And this is a booger, man. This is tight, 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 tight. I will grab my pry bar and I will show you just what it looks like. There it went. Holy cow. Hooray. Now you got one final step you can't forget. So you come over to your axle. There's gonna be a little cutout right there. And we're gonna take a punch and we're gonna hammer that down into that channel. So no matter what, that nut can't back itself off. There you have it. New axle shafts. So like I said, we did the passenger side in this video. It is essentially the exact same as the driver, except this one's way easier and there's no carrier. Just go straight into the differential. So it pops in, pops out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy on that side. The passenger side can be a bit of a booger, as you saw. We ended up having to replace everything, but she should ride much, much better now. Still has some issues, but I think we're gonna slowly work our way through them over time with Miss Nicole. For now, she needs to drive and make sure that it runs pretty decent. So the video helped you out, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more.